Tom Nichols, I want to begin with the new commanding general, General Dvornikov. What difference are you anticipating from that command change?
I think what everybody is expecting, that he is going to try to prove to Putin that he's willing to kill enough Ukrainians and destroy enough buildings and butcher enough people to get the job done. The question is, what is the job he's been sent to do? Is it to capture Mariupol? Is it to secure the Donbass? I think the problem here is that there's still the Russians are still reeling from the failure of Plan A. And I think Plan B at this point probably has more limited objectives in the East, but that there's just an element now of punishing the Ukrainians for their defiance and somehow trying to put salve on the wound of Putin's obvious humiliation here. And so I think that, that doesn't bode well for what's about to happen here.
Let's listen to something else that President Zelensky said on 60 Minutes last night.
The Ukrainian security service has intercepted communications, he told us. There are Russian soldiers talking with their parents about what they stole and who they abducted. There are recordings of Russian prisoners of war who admitted to killing people. There are pilots in prison who had maps with civilian targets to bomb. Everyone who is relevant to this, I believe they are all guilty.
Do you hold Putin responsible?
I do believe he's one of them.
General Ryan, do we think that the high command in Russia is seeing this kind of news media? And, for example, when there's a new commander assigned to Ukraine, does that general have to have some concerns about being accused and charged as a war criminal himself?
I very much doubt whether he's concerned by those things, because his president, right from the very start, has considered Ukraine as a non-country. So the Russian strategy from the beginning has been about the extermination of the Ukrainian state, and all their military tactics so far in deliberately targeting cities and civilians have followed on from that presidential directive around Ukraine not being a real country.
Tom, I want to go back to Boris Johnson walking the streets of Kyiv this weekend. It was really quite a striking image. We've really never seen anything like it in a war. The leader of a country who's not actually engaged in the war voluntarily going there, going right into the line of fire. It was really an extraordinary thing to see. Maybe it's not the last of these kinds of visits that we'll see.
Well, Boris Johnson isn't often Churchillian, but the symbolism here was hard to miss, along with other NATO heads of state and dignitaries who have gone to Kiev as if to make the point that this is a country that is still open to the West and still a place where they can go and meet their president. One of the things I'm sure that infuriates Putin is he fully expected Zelensky to flee within hours of the invasion over a month ago. And now to see him talking to the American Congress, walking with the British Prime Minister, addressing the Korean Parliament and so on, is really, I'm sure really adds to the humiliation here and emphasizes the failure of the whole Russian strategic concept.
General Ryan, we watched the 40-mile convoy of Russian military fail in its mission in Ukraine. This new 8-mile convoy, how is this one different?
Well, it's probably one of many convoys. We just happen to be seeing this one. There'll be lots of convoys coming out of Belarus, both by road and by rail, to reinforce the Russians in the east. But a lot of those convoys will be hollow units and semi-functional equipment. So whilst the Russians may be reinforcing their military in the east for an offensive, a lot of those forces that are going in are of questionable quality and have probably got very low manning and very low quality leaders.